Well, we should be going live very shortly. Well, according to YouTube, I am now live. And I have the chat to my side. Yep, okay then. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another stream. And you going all okay? What was I saying? Oh, sorry, these stupid headphones aren't behaving. They made me lose my train of thought. There we go, now they're behaving. Right, so, yes, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream. We are continuing with our glorious Nimby Rails sort of S-Bahn network for Birmingham. Hello there, good evening, but it doesn't look like an evening. Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, because the clocks went forward, now it actually feels like, I don't know how to say, there's still plenty of light in the sky. Like, I could go outside and play a sport if I wanted to without having to put any lights on. But I like it. I like having more light in the evening. I don't like winter much. But that's okay. Because now, well, obviously I've done a little bit of stuff on the stream behind everyone's backs just to, like, get a little bit further progress, but not enough that it would ruin it. It's mainly just, like, innocuous stuff, like changing the platform textures to be UK platforms, as you can see here, as well as adding signaling. I've done that. Yeah, I've added the signaling, the direction markers, but other than that, not really anything too far away. Oh, I need to fix up Brum Brum's layout, but, you know, that's for later. Mainly, yes, so Nimby Rails, the signaling in Nimby Rails is basically a glorified version of CBTC signaling, which is a bit annoying, but it'll do. Basically, these signals split the game up, well, the track up into blocks. Meaning the train will, from that signal, it will see if there's any train occupying anything up until the next signal, or the next block, in this case this one here. And for junction stations, or at least stations with multiple platforms, like New Street, it will look at the, you can make it so it will look at all the available platforms it can use, in this case 9, 10, 11, and if it will try and go in its main platform, but if it can't, it will then, I can specify it to use an alternative, but only from that signal, which can be a bit annoying if, let's say, the train is coming from a depot, and it would use this signal, or that kind of crap really drove me up the wall when I was doing the North Rhine-Westphalia. One of the best metro networks in the UK for one of the dumbest cities in the UK. I mean, hang on. I would never, I don't know if I'd ever call Birmingham the dumbest place in the UK. It's grim, but they're dumb. Also, good morning to you for Joninator. Welcome to the stream. So I've done a few little things. Yeah, that's Jaywick, yeah. Yeah, good one. I've done a few little things. Like small little things I've done here and there. So I've added a new station. Goodness, can't speak. I've added a new station called at Maney. I thought it made sense since the original Sutton Coldfield has been relocated to here. And I've already mentioned that I've done the I've added a station called Lichfield Canal. I thought that made sense. And oh look, everybody, there's a small branch protruding off at Lichfield City. Although it is not going to be used for the moment, but yeah, I wonder where that line will go whenever I can be bothered. Anyway, as you can see, at Lichfield Trent Valley, the line pretty much ends here, but plot twist, it doesn't. The services on the S-Bahn on this route will actually end at Burton-on-Trent, which I think makes way more sense than Lichfield. And if you take a look at Burton-on-Trent's platforms that are cross-city, you may notice, no, not cross-city, I mean the cross-country line, you'll notice it's at 280 kph. That's quite quick, I'd say. Yeah. We'll sort this out later, but effectively, the main cross-city line is all built. However, I want to add one more line before we officially build the tracks and then start adding trains. Is that map in the UK? Yes, this is in the UK. Birmingham is in the UK, as you can see here. Yeah. And good evening, Lucas. Welcome to the stream. And Ravy B, welcome to the stream as well. I was going to suggest Derby, but Burnworks. Yeah, I mean, logically, but yeah, both really work. It's just, I'm being very just fussy, really. I'm going to make it Terminator Burton on Trent because, why not? I might make another S-Bahn route that goes somewhere else and then maybe continues to Derby, but we'll see. Also, props for putting Orwas. Yeah, I thought that made a lot of sense. Sorry if that's the wrong pronunciation. Again, it makes sense. Just I was putting stations in that would, I would say, make logical sense if an S-Bahn did exist there, like a station at Orwas, Barton under Needwood, and Branston. They made a lot of logical sense there. Serves the National Memorial. I've never heard of the National Memorial, really, at all. Never heard of it. Let's TP. Let's stop at nowhere except the start and end and shove 185s in it. There are a few 185, well, TP routes that have been a bit silly in the past, but yeah. Oh, it's a War Memorial. Oh, okay, fair enough then. I just generally didn't know. I never heard of it, but yeah, there's plenty of war memorials, but still, thanks very much. I didn't know about that. It's been such a slow day. I don't know why. Just felt kind of slow and boring. Well, it's been uneventful, but it's necessary to have slow and boring days, honestly, because well, it gives you something to compare it to. I guess that's one way to look at it. Also, at specifically, it's the memorial. I feel like I'm gonna quickly search this up because I feel a bit embarrassed that I've never heard of this. National Memorial. Oh, that's why. Oh, that looks really nice. Yeah, a shame I've never been there before. But again, I've never even heard of it, so a bit embarrassed by that. But there you go. That's what happens when you have a country like this. I've slept for about half the day. I had a small nap earlier, actually. What's it called? Just before I had the stream, just because I wanted to make sure I was awake enough. It's weird how I'm if I'm probably not making any sense here. But I wanted to just to have a sort of I want to make it awake for this stream properly. How did cross country get away with having a service from Cardiff to Nottingham on a 170? No idea, but Central Trains got away with it as well. So ask them as well. Oh wait, they're gone. Never mind. But that's okay. And that, and that they don't have anything else suitable. And but fortunately, on this route, well, this little Nimby Rails project, we're going to be using something slightly bigger than a 170. But more on that when we actually build a cross-country route. Also, hello there, Turbo Ted. Welcome to the stream. Right, let me just sort out these platforms here, make them sure it's behaving. And then we're going to, I'm going to do another vote to ask which section should we build next. Since I'm thinking, I would like to do Wolverhampton, but I'm not sure if we should do Wolverhampton to Coventry first, or Wolverhampton to Walsall. I don't know. Both are very good options, but I know I definitely want to build towards Wolverhampton first, and then another bit later. So I'm gonna have a think about that. Also, hello, Duto. Welcome to the stream. Sadly, I don't recognise your name, but that's okay. The more the merrier. Right, there's Lichfield Trent Valley done. The West Coast Main Line, as you can see here, the game doesn't really allow for tilting. It doesn't recognise when a train is tilting. So, I'm just, what's it called? Just just doing what I think is the most sensible, what I can really do. And the speed limit is 230 kph, because the trains I want to do will go a little bit faster than the Pendolino. Actually, no, tell a lie, I might actually use Pendolinos, because the person who made the 390 in Nimby Rails, is in the process of reworking it, but nothing at the moment to confirm when that'll be done. I feel like building to Wolverhampton would be more beneficial. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. I want to build to Wolverhampton. I want to do that first, because I want to come up with a good layout for Wolverhampton that isn't garbage. Okay, it's not garbage, but it is just like a bottleneck simulator, the current Wolverhampton. But I just don't know which one to go next, basically. So I want to build to Wolverhampton, and then I want to go. Should we go like to the Walsall line? But then again, if we go to Walsall, I'm also inclined to build to Rugeley. It's a toughie. Okay, let's just focus on Wolverhampton first. This should be rather easy. Alright, so... And if you're wondering about depots, we'll sort that out in a bit. Well, later. Like, yeah. So we're going to have a station, obviously, it's still at Smethwick. Oh, don't you just love station names with weird pronunciations? Well, place names with weird pronunciations, let's just clarify. I always thought it was Smethwick, but no, it's Smethwick. Yeah, good idea. Well, whilst I just do Rolfe Street, excuse me, whilst I do Rolfe Street, how's everyone's day / beginning of the week been? Feel free to tell me how it's been. Oh. Right. I'm planning on seeing Caroline tomorrow. What I presume the stop motion Caroline film, that one that was made, what was it, 2009? I've never actually seen that. I've heard many things about it, but I've never actually seen it. Huh. Oh, the train. Oh. Oh no. Oh, it's slightly embarrassing. I forgot about that. All right, that should be nice. I've not got everything I need done, so it could be better. But besides that, it's all right. Fair enough then. I've started getting into City Skylines. I'd love to play City Skylines, but it just noms all the RAM. It's so resource intensive, even on the lowest settings, and it's such a shame. Because I've seen some fantastic things made in this game. Oh, and City Skylines. I've seen some excellent cities. Even if the game became a little bit of a DLC fest, but to be honest, all I needed was like the tram DLC. I didn't really care about the natural disasters one. I think that one was just a bit of a meme anyway. Like, that was pretty much aimed at YouTubers. Like I don't know, I would say the equivalent of RT Game. Not that I have anything against him, but that was definitely like a YouTuber oriented DLC. But yeah, I would love to play City Skylines again, but my PC just sucks. Idea: if you're having a station on fast, replace Sandwell and Dudwell with Smith at Golden Bridge. That's something I've been really thinking. I was a bit, thinking about, because I always found that just so weird how there were effectively two major stops on that, intermediate stops on that route. Either Golden Bridge or Samuel and Dudley, which I did find. I was just so weird. It just felt weird. I thought the reason they did that wasn't because of inconvenience, but because the timetable was just that bad that they had to find a way to space the trains out as best as they could because of the gay double track on this line, but it should be quad. But that is a good idea. I would make Golden Bridge the de facto sort of hub, I guess is the right word to use. And that's, yeah, I want to have fast trains stop there. But I have my plans of how to integrate them. Let me just think, because think hard quickly. Yeah, I'll be able to do it. We'll work it with it. But first, let me just do the slow lines first. I might adjust, make them a bit, slew them a little bit. Actually, whilst I'm here, let me get the name. I actually remember the first time I went to Smethwick Rolfe Street, well, Smethwick in general, and I still remember just, it felt really grim. And I'm not the biggest fan of Golden Bridge, but it's a little bit less not grim, station-wise. Yeah, when this line goes wrong, it is just horrible. Completely unacceptable. The delays are just on pain, constant pain. And again, it's mainly because it's two tracks. Oh, the stair! Oh, don't even get me started on the stairs. I hate the stairs. I hate those stairs so much as well. If this was a station in Netherlands or Germany, they would use escalators, but here we're too darn cheap for that. Actually, I'm gonna have them as a dual sort of island platform. I prefer that. I like that. I think that's more cool. But it serves fresh air. Yeah, I mean, in fairness, I do at least like the sort of funniness of watching a pair of Super Voyagers or an 11-car 390 stop there. It just feels very what's the word? I don't know. There's a word they use to describe that. Out of place, I'd say, is the way I'd describe it. I do like that. The out of placeness of seeing a 390 or even a Super Voyager stop there. I just really like that. A nice route you could do when you get to the north. Oh, I'm not going to get to the... I mean, I don't want to go too far north. I feel like I can't really see myself building anywhere more north than Crewe. At least for the time being, because we're focusing on the Midlands, not the north. Sorry. Maybe if I was to do a new save where I was maybe, I don't know, the Pennines, except it uses American rolling stock. We'll do that, but, for now, we're just focusing on the Midlands, I'm afraid. Yeah, exactly. It does feel really odd, but I like seeing it there. Because they have to make the platform so long just for the train to fit. Whereas if it was like the southeast, they would have just made the platforms like 6 cars long. And then said, yeah, we done, lads. Right, where was I? Actually, let me just around just because I get the anchor point. So, disable. Okay, one. I'll make all platforms 110 miles an hour actually, because not kilometers, not miles an hour. Go on, burn it. I would derail the train instantly through here. All right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Gloucester has a long platform, but it's sort of it's long, but it's, you know, air quotes practicable. Well, it makes sense when described. So in that sense, it gets a pass, I'd say. Still kind of funny though. Also, Crew should be getting two Avantis. The two Avantis are now instead of Stoke. Nah, Stoke's. I'd say that's fine. I'd say that is okay, honestly, because Stoke's still. I've been to Stoke-on-Trent, and it's effectively 2 towns in one. Well, no, 3 towns in one, because you got Stoke-on-Trent, Newcastle upon Lyme, and Hanley, effectively. So it's weird. If I go back, let me just show you what I mean. If you don't know what I'm talking about, yeah. So Stoke-on-Trent is effectively it's like 3, or even you can get away with it saying 4 towns in one. It's kind of cool, but weird and really pain. And it honestly deserves a better railway full stop, let alone a station. Better station. Will we build to Stoke-on-Trent? But no. No is not now's not the time for that. I go to uni day. It was known as the 6 towns. Ah, okay. So I wasn't too far off actually. The line Stoke track defect. Oh, what a shame. The zoning system in the UK is straight up dumb. I'm not too educated on zoning laws, so I can't really just give my input on that, I'm afraid. But for the purposes of the discussion, I'll just nod politely. Alright. 110. Okay. Now we align. Excuse me. Okay, join that up. Okay, this shouldn't be too difficult. Now I think how can we sort this out? Because, well, I need to work out how long should the platform be if the longest train that stops at if the intercity or Virgin Avanti equivalents will be up to 400 meters long, how long will the platforms at Smethwick need to be? I mean, I'd say they have to be 420 as well, but the S-Bahn ones can be shorter. Alright then. So, I got an idea. I'm gonna remove the alignments on the tracks and the platforms here. Make the S-Bahn platforms much more reasonably short. You book a train from Halifax to Manchester Airport on the 24-25. It's like £2.65. Maybe they're learning their mistake about how expensive it is. The trains are just acting slowly but surely. You know, baby steps. I realise my mistake too soon. Oh, you poor thing. Oh, what happens to the best of us, so I know how you feel. Well, funnily enough, somebody mentioned Gloucester. earlier a moment ago, and I actually now have an interesting little game to play whilst I'm building Dalton Bridge. I've been thinking about doing a small little quiz, just every once in a while when I come up with interesting facts about the railway. And I've come up with a really good quiz question to test your railway knowledge, viewers. Let's see how... I'm going to test it, see how good you really are, alright? So, here's my question for you to see if you can come up with the answer. Let me just stretch up and see if I can double check. So here's my question I got. It took me a while to figure out this. And once you answer the question, I'll explain how I came up with this, at least the format of this. So, there are many stations in the United Kingdom that are served by many kinds of transportation links. In London, specifically, what station has the most amount of platforms that isn't served by the Underground, Overground, Tramlink, DLR, or the Elizabeth Line Crossrail? The only clue given, it's obviously a national rail station, but what station in that case has the most amount of platforms but not served by the Underground, the Overground, Elizabeth Line, DLR, Tramlink? Has to be Waterloo? No. And by London, this also means Greater London does count, I should clarify. I'm a rolling stock nerd, not an infrastructure nerd. Oh dear. No, it's not Marylebone because it's served by the Bakerloo line. Fenchurch Street? Fenchurch Street's only got 4 platforms. But no. It's not in central London, but Blue Dray, you are right. It is in the 3rd rail region. See if you can get it. You're so far the closest. Can it be served by Thameslink? Yes, it can. Yes. Thameslink counts. Well, Thameslink is okay. It can be served by Thameslink, I should say. Rochester is not in London and only has 3 platforms. However, you aren't too far off. The correct answer is Orpington with 8 platforms. Yep, it's Orpington, sorry. No, it's not Clapham Junction because it's served by the Overground. Orpington is the correct answer, since it's not served by any of those, as I mentioned, any of the other ones I mentioned. So, the reason why this quiz answer worked really well, little quiz question I should say, is that it's a question that is is that it's really hard to cheat. And that's what makes a quiz really good. You can't really just Google what I just asked that easily. Because let's say if I just asked you what station has the longest platform in the UK, everyone's just going to go Gloucester. And, yeah, I mean, you're right, but look how easy that was to get. So there you go, there's your little quiz for today. Hopefully I'll come up with some more questions in the future, but no promises. Alright, so now let's try and make these buttons. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what you gotta just look out for in this day and age. It's so easy to cheat on things. Just in general. Like a quiz. I thought the longest platform... Okay, Colchester or Gloucester. Those are the 2 ones that people... Those are the 2 answers that people usually give. When did the Overground start serving Clapham Junction? 2007? Quite a long time ago. Like, really long ago. I remember getting a photo They ran so long ago that the 313 would serve there. Oh, this is annoying me a little bit. I always thought it was a later edition. I mean, it's understandable, but again, 2007 is still quite a while ago. It won't be too long until it's 20 years ago. Yeah, it's slightly unnerving, but when you think about it like that. But yeah, it's been a while. Alright. So 110 again. Oh, behaviour done. I'll try and come up with more quizzes in the future, obviously, but that was still really fun to do. What's the largest overground station, counting only platforms served by the overground? I don't actually know, what, just an idea. That can be that's an interesting one, actually, because that one has some bit of flexibility, because I know for Clapham Junction, the overground can serve platforms 1 to 16 and 17, so that's 4. Then you have, what's it called? What's it called? I forgot. Goodness gracious me. There's Liverpool Street. Liverpool Street. I know they serve those platforms to the left, but they can also use other ones as well. Surely. That's a tough one. That's a good one. I'll need to think about that one some more. I like that. I like that question. I'd say 140 can work for the slow, at least. I would think it would be so hard. I have to ask, why did they build a Northern Line exception just short of Clapham Junction? My theory as to why they didn't build it all the way to Clapham Junction from the get-go is that they're worried that it would just make the Northern Line too crowded. That's always been my personal theory. I mean, it would be so much better if it went to Clapham Junction instead of Battersea Power Station. But at the same time, even, have you tried using the Northern Line during the peak hour? I have. It's not fun. And that's without it going to Clapham Junction, so I could only imagine the pain and suffering people would have to go through just to board the train. So, in that situation, I could sort of understand and, well, quote-unquote, sympathise with TfL. Oh, darn it. Who would have thought making the platforms a quarter of a mile long would be so difficult? Daniel said. This is why I never go on the tube during the rush hour. Well, some people don't have a choice. Always remember that. Okay. Well, almost at the 400 meter mark. Come on. Well, 400. I want to be at 420-ish. Now, or 440 now will do as well. Alright. Underneath the track. For 14. Okay, I'm okay with that length. I'm perfectly fine with that. Did you finish your Southwestern Railway and your rail thing? Ah, nah, stuff that. I couldn't be bothered. This was the other things were just way more fun. Can anyone tell me the difference between the 150-0 and -1? A slight difference, but a good question. Well, I mean, well, I'm guessing assuming that's for the quiz. Well, I don't know. I think that one's just a bit too easy just to Google, and even then, it's kind of not as engaging, I'd say. But yeah, I mean, there are plenty of differences. I made it to another thing 45 minutes late. Hello. Oh, don't worry, it's fine. Don't worry, you haven't really missed too much. We just started work on Smethwick Golden Bridge. So don't feel bad. Regardless, welcome to the stream. Well, two people. We have the Bus Person and Mr. Boslad. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. Yep. Oh, stupid headphones, man. And then we have these platforms here. So once I just done these, I'll then add the higher level platforms. Right. But Northern now have lash-ups that are of the yeah. I always wondered why what's it called? Why the Metcam networkers aren't just class 466, whilst I have absolutely no idea why at all. I mean, not only do I have no idea why, but I also don't care. No offense. I once saw someone try to enter the train by the cab door. I've seen the cab doors be also like doors that you can use in Northern. It's kind of odd to see. It doesn't really it doesn't feel right to see that, but I guess it's something that I guess that goes with the North. All right, so 100, I'd say. And then Alright, then I guess that works. I might, let me just reduce this to 80 just to be safe. Okay, oh, perfect, works well. Alright, so... Right. Demoto. I'm really happy with how Smethwick Golden Bridge turns out. Let me just number the platforms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, why did not? Oh, goodness! I must have forgot to press the other button. There we go. Well, to be honest, I haven't been on a 150 in ages myself. Right, before we continue to Sandwell, let's add the fast tracks, which I think I might need to do some more slewing. Yeah, I probably do. I'll put it. Maybe I'll just put it up on like a viaduct actually, just to be a bit lazy. My last 150 was the one that still wears the... Oh yeah, I've seen that one. I'm going to take a stab of a guess. They haven't repainted it yet, have they? Because if there's one thing that the UK is known... The railway industry is obviously known for, it's that it is repainting their trains as soon as possible. Oh, wait, no. No, we would have heard about it. What a shocker, said Daniel in a... Again. Recently, I'm thinking in the conversion of 153. If they had converted some units instead into free-coach units. Now, that would have been kind of interesting. And possibly even good, but obviously the reason... Obviously that wasn't done purely because... I'm going to take a stab of a guess. The reason it wasn't done was purely because it would have been a good idea. Alright, 120. Oh, there's 2 units that still wear FGW. I was not aware of that. I thought it was just 219. All the 323s sent to... Oh, my headphones are not behaving at the moment. There we go. All the 323s sent to Northern are still in... Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. They're still in that livery. Again, they are not ones for changing liveries quick, as I alluded to. To be honest, I liked the first Great Western livery and its interior. It was sort of well, it was. I don't think it was too flashy, but I just liked it. GWR one feels very stale. It feels very too corporate, I'd say, which is a trend as, you know, well, expected in this day and age. Oh, 232 is in GW Green. It still has the FGW Mizuki. Of course it has the... Of course it would. I guess when they were in the depot, they said, "Oi, Dave, you got any of those seat coverings and paint?" He probably just said, "Nah, mate." There you go, roll credits. Right, this is going to be on the... what's it called? Actually, let me make some more space here for the junction. Excuse me. I'm gonna have this on a flyover, so the trains on this line can pass without having to do a conflicting movement, both there and back. Uh, 09 is more funny. Ex-Northern with GWR fabric for 143. I can't remember. Was 209 the one that was sent in the old Northern livery? And then they put just GWR logos on the front? I can't remember. Because I remember seeing that in 2019-ish, I think. Or was it... Oh, I can't remember. Was it 2017? Let me go... I'm going to search my pictures, because this was a while ago. I'm going to see which one it was. I can't remember the date. Oh, it was that unit. Ah, yes. Yes. But I remember having a photo of it. It was very odd. 232 came to Bristol one day. I had a ride on it from Portway to Filton. It was very strange. I would imagine seeing a 150 anywhere near Bristol nowadays would feel weird because, obviously, well, you know, the 165s are now obviously 165 and 166 are the mainstay, the meta units in that area, which again doesn't feel right either. But yeah. We'll swap for another 152. Maybe they were doing a TF2 trade and they had to, you know, it was like a basic bartering, maybe. I don't know, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. A Poundland High Speed 2. I mean, we already have a Poundland HS2. Don't you understand? It's called the West Coast Main Line. Yeah, exactly. I can't imagine it staying longer than a week tops, even let alone a day. Like, how many of you can drive 150s? Oh. Oh. Oh, crap, baskets. What have we done? What's the cheapest way to ride a 150? Well, if you want to ride a 150, why don't the Bletchley thing, you know, the Marston Vale line, they finally got their trains running, and I do find it hilarious how I predicted the 150s would come back from Northern. That is so funny how I predicted that would end up happening. I said that as a joke, but, you know, turns out they took their inspiration very seriously. Alright. Okay, okie dokes. I might lay out this junction just... yeah, I might as well lay out the junction whilst I'm here, because otherwise I'm going to forget about it and then go, oh, let's do that service that goes to Rudely. Oh, wait! Also, Marston Vale nicked our trains and then just put some green vinyl on the new seat covers. Yeah, exactly. Well, the thing is that they need all the PR they can get. I mean, that line is effectively I cannot imagine the Community Rail Group are very happy with how the route is being treated. I feel sorry for them, honestly. It deserves, honestly, that line deserves like a half-hourly service. But, you know, that would never happen. Alright, so... I'd say 80 kph. Alright. So, for this junction, I'm going to have it so that the trains... Oh, no. I'm not going to do that. Sorry, I got distracted by a message. So, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna have a ladder junction because I think it'll be fine having a ladder junction. They rebranded the community bus group because I got so called. Rip. Not that I fault them. Now I want to try and be a bit more sensible. I'll give it like a proper flying junction. Well, underpass, I'd say. We'll give it an underpass-like junction, so... This is a toughie. I'll have to rise up pretty quick, now I think about it. I haven't actually I haven't been keeping in touch regarding Transport for Wales 230s at all. I want to go and I obviously want to ride and film them, but well, money. It's a shame too, because I wouldn't mind going to Wrexham. They're not doing too great either. I wish I could be shocked, honestly. And yeah, the thing is that the D train, I think it could have worked, maybe with 70 asterisks afterwards. It could have worked, but I just think the execution was just garbage. And they tried to make it out as if it was better than it was. I think that was one thing I sort of felt like with the project. Because at the end of the day, like, bringing... it is still a very resourceful idea, which I like. And I like resourceful ideas that don't waste this kind of stuff. Like, wasting resources is bad. So, take a train, rework it, like, rebuild, like, maybe, new motors, engines, give it a new life in another area. Good. And the D-Class wasn't exactly a bad train. But obviously, the problem was just the execution, and they just kept catching fire. Which is arguably worse than the 769, because the 769, for as bad as it was, I don't remember them catching fire. They broke down. Well, actually, they obviously couldn't get up a hill, but they obviously, it was just not good. What Great Western is doing is actually good. Well, yeah, but come back to me in 5 years in 5 years' time when the batteries start going a bit bad because they keep charging them over and over and over again. Metal Deckers versus 230. Which gets fire? 230, I'd say. Easily 230. Not even a question. Oh, darn it, my phone. Yeah. Alright, so there's this flying junction. Well, underpass or whatever you want to kind of junction call it. I've been thinking if the faces would have worked if someone had just replaced the central section with a Jacob bogey. I'm presuming you mean a Jacob's bogey. That's a good question, actually. Because there is actually a train in Europe that, there is a train in Europe that actually does the pacer system better, but I'm keeping it quiet because I want to do a railway review to it in some months in the future. So, yeah, but there is a train that actually does the pacer sort of bogey concept, but much better. Why did the 230 even combust anyway? Someone in chat giving me the answer, because I forgot what it was. I've genuinely forgot the reason why. I'm going to take a stab of a guess and say it was probably something to do with the fuel linkage or something. But someone answer him, please, because I don't know. I kept forgetting. Right. 50. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with preferring the conventional power. I prefer it myself, but not because not because I got shares in ESO or anything, but because it works. Or behave. Just tell me which operator. No, that gives it away. No, I ain't telling you. Why would I tell? Oh, no, ooh, I'm keeping it close to my chest. We'll find it in the future. I'm booking a trip to Germany soon. Well, no, I booked a trip to Germany, and I am gonna get more footage of this train. I can't even tell you where it runs because that will give it away as well. I think I know what train you're talking about. Well, if you think you know, that's great, but I'm still not confirming or denying it. Soon, my child. Soon. North or South Europe? Okay, it's South. It's South Europe. Yeah, South Europe. Yeah, yeah, it's totally in South Europe. What are you talking about? Giving people fake clues and giving them red herrings? No. This is totally right. Totally right. Oh, well, when the railway review comes up, I'll pat myself on the back and if it's right. Yeah, I mean, I want to actually finish off a railway review for this week, because I'm going to be very busy on next week, Monday. Well, more specifically, Sunday and next week, Monday. So I want to have a railway review done before I'm busy on Sunday, because that way I can, well, let's just say I'll be able to sleep and feel a little bit more proud of myself. Oh, cock. I have to put this on a viaduct. You'll punish yourself with a 3-hour bus ride between Bristol and Taunton. There's a direct bus from Bristol to Taunton? There you go, it shows my knowledge of that area. But I believe you. Also, don't punish yourself like that. That's just mean. Ooh. There is now. Oh, okay, fair enough. That explains it. It's a new thing. At least we don't have to make the platforms stupidly long here. We can just make them regular, like S-Bahn length. Okay, let me just copy this, put it on this side. Basically, a few journeys between Bristol and Street extended to Taunton and some to Bridgewater. Oh, okay, fair enough then. Let me guess. First, is it first or is it one of those totally legit operators? Ah, boy, that's so fun. And I'm going to take a stab of a guess of the vehicle they use. Is it street lights? Or maybe are they... well, is it street lights or maybe they're using Enviro 400 MCs? Go on, enlighten me. Might as well. No, it's not street lights. Oh, wow. Or to have me stuffed. Alright, fair enough. So, some intelligence. Alright, well done. And that's exhausted. I'm guessing exhausted all of first group's IQ points for the year. Sorry. BRB whilst we throw away our bendy buses in York. I'm seeing a street light though. If you're unlucky, Wells might do a stupid and get a street light out. Yeah, I can believe that. Oh, they've added lifts to Smithick Grove Street. Oh, I wasn't aware of that. I've got Wikipedia open on my site just so I can, because I'm being lazy. But yeah, I wasn't aware. Cool. Between Wells and Bath for a while. Oh, it is funny seeing stupid bus allocations on these routes, honestly. It's painful, but it is funny when it does happen. At least if you're not involved having to ride it, then it's painful. I've heard a lot of people, speaking of the Eclipse 2, I've heard a lot of people have a beef with the Eclipse 2, but I'm not sure what it is. Like, when I was doing when I did the Streetlight video, I had people say, I had at least one or two comments, definitely one comment, saying someone saying that, oh, I really don't like the Eclipse 2 and thought it was even as worse as the Streetlight. Which I don't really agree on that. What's the problem with it, at least, if anyone has any issues with them? I mean, I can understand if you find him boring, but boring doesn't mean bad. I mean, boring itself isn't a crime. If anything, the worst thing the Eclipse Solar and Pulsar do is their design department. That's easily the worst bit about them. There's almost no way to tell them apart, like just from looks alone, unless you're an MLG bus nerd, which I'm only partially. Yeah, I find them okay as well. Like, no. Why can't they just do what ADL does and name them after the body? Well, yeah, I mean, that would just make so much more sense. Even, like, VDL, they call them the VDL Sataya, and then they have numbers after... they have, like, numbers after the, like, numbers to correspond, like, the length and the floor or the trim. Like, LLE 999 is low floor, low entry, 9 meters long. Well, 9.9 meters long. That's easy. But no, can't have anything like that, can we? People wonder why Wrightbus was struggling financially. Hello, sorry for being so late. Relax, it's all fine. It's all fine. Welcome to the stream. We're just currently building towards Wolverhampton. Here's what the network looks like so far. And once we build Wolverhampton, I'm going to try and build another section. And then hopefully we'll be able to build and add our first trains. Oh, and add a depot. That's important as well. Speaking of VDL, they're buying Van Hall's bus operations. Yeah, I heard about that. Because I heard that they're going in the black at them. They're not exactly in the black at the moment, VDL. They're struggling financially, which I was really shocked to hear about that. Like, holy crap, really? What's going on? Well, it makes sense, at least, that they'd buy them. Trailers going to Cargo Bull. Mate, again, at least they're in the same industry. So, in that sense, it makes sense. But, it's a shame, because I kind of liked some of the old Van Hall buses. I really do. Like, at least, the trolley buses looked really cool. Then you had the, what's it called? The double bendy bus, the bi-articulated one, that's still running in Utrecht in the Netherlands. I still think that's easily one of the best vehicles you could ever ride. I think everybody has an obligation, if you're a bus fan, to try and ride on one of those, because they're terrifying. At least they were on the old routes I rode on them. They've changed the route now, but it was still fun. I also miss the Van Hall trolley buses. To be honest, I wish we had trolley buses in the UK. I think Van Hall went wrong when they stopped putting coaches on Oh, really? Oh yeah, because not everybody wants to have the same chassis. It makes sense. Because some operators swear by MAN powered traction, which makes sense in some cases, or even Volvo Scania. As you mentioned, yeah, Volvo and Scania. But as soon as you stop offering that, people will just shop elsewhere. Alright, Dudley Port. I wish we had more transit systems. Yeah, same. I wish we had more trolley buses. They'd work a lot better than that planned thing in Coventry, the Coventry Very Light Rail, which it looks like there was such a stupid thing to do. I'm surprised that Plaxton haven't gone the same way. Yeah, that's probably what it. I mean, with ADL pretty much being there, they pretty much, well, they're not going to go away anytime soon. At least, no, not yet. At least, if it's thanks to them. Alright. I miss the ALX 400. Yeah, I miss them too. They used to be... Well, to be honest, I didn't have many in my area, but... Well, there are some that used to be in Hounslow. They were nice. Well, the one memory I always have with the ALX 400 was the first ones I remember seeing way back in the day. They were the ones that had the staircase halfway along the bus. It's hard to explain, but yeah, when you walked in the bus, you walked in, you turned in, there were seats on both the left and right, and then you kept walking a bit more, then you saw the staircase, and it was like near where the rear doors were. Ugh. It's that one. I can't remember the chassis. I think they were the Volvo ones. But I'm actually going to search, because there was a website that had all the information on them. LX400 London. I just searched this up. I remember them. There was like a website that had all the info on this. I think it was the Volvo ones. Oh, okay, there we go. Ian's bus stop. That was the website, and I found it. Okay, there we are. They were the B7TL lads, and the website's not connecting. Thank you, dumbass. Where computer. Ugh. Now, yeah, the one of the VDL ones I was thinking of, it was the B7TL ones with London United. But there were some, yeah, I think there were most likely ones like the DB250s, as you mentioned. But I got a picture of it at least, which I hope that I can link. Maybe I can link in the chat. Yeah, that'll do. It's going to be a long... hopefully it doesn't get blocked by my thing. There we go, yeah. So there's a picture of the ones I was talking about. Those are the Volvo lads. I'll agree that they had them with the Reaver, but I didn't have much, I didn't ride on the Reaver buses much growing up because I was West London. You may as well extend the West Mid Metro to Coventry. Well, we'll see what will happen, because for some reason this small little area of tram, or maybe it may not be tram, what is, it seems to be going underneath the new street and has this weird triangle junction here. It could be the Midland Metro, but it could be something else. More on that in the distant future. Well, I miss the Stagecoach ones with the red interior. I don't remember Stagecoach having a red interior. I always remembered Stagecoach having the beach ball moquette. I always liked that interior design they had for that. Right. Stoke should get trolley buses on the 25. You can't change my mind. I'd be on the 25, and whilst it wasn't packed when I rode on it, I do agree with you that the area of Stoke-on-Trent should get trolley buses. I would give that area trolleys, definitely. To be honest, Birmingham could do with bendies and trolleys. They used to have bendies in the past, but excuse me, not anymore. Also, don't kick D&G. Well, okay, I really can't speak on experience. Are D&G really that bad? Well, from guessing, I'm gonna get like 10 messages. Everybody say, "Oh, they're the worst bus company in the Midlands." Not Tipton. Tipton. My first one's got, what was it, the E400. Stagecoach ones were E400. Since half the gold ones now. Ah, shame. To be honest, I haven't been on like a trip or day out where I've been on like regional buses in outside of London for a while because it's just been so expensive. But I wouldn't mind doing one of those again. They do a bad job outside of Stoke and Crew and don't do the best job within. I do remember seeing like a tiny Optare solo they had ages ago when I was like 4 years ago, nearly. Yeah, the £2 fare cap has come handy. Yeah, definitely. The problem, obviously, is that you need to get into those areas to utilise the £2 fare cap. And that's usually where the issues come from. Because, you know, let's say I can go around on the buses all day I want in Bristol, but I still need to get to Bristol. That's the issue that we have. And starting from Heathrow, my options to get to Heathrow... starting from Heathrow, my options to get to Bristol are Megabus, which isn't that bad, but obviously, you know, well, it's like a coin flip of what kind of coach I'll get. National Express, in which I'll get a Kitano Levante, which is fine, or I can go via the train and then have my wallet deleted. It's basically Megabus or it's basically Megabus. So I forgot if even National Express have direct Heathrow to Bristol coaches. They probably do, but I don't know all of them off the top of my head. They still have it if it's the one that was branded for the one. I'm going to check, because I have photos, because I've organised my archive for my buses. I didn't take the best photo of it, but let me see. No, it wasn't branded for the one. It wasn't branded when I took a photo of it. And it's really hard to make out the number plate, but I can see the bottom number says 37 something. I think that says 5. It was like a really tiny up there solo. I think, according to my images, it was a 7.8 meter one. But that's not the smallest I've been on. The smallest one I went on was the one that Stantons of Stoke had in the past. That, what's it called? That tiny 7.1 meter small one. That's absolutely cute. I love how cute that small one is. Pre-2001 reg. Again, I'm not too sure. Logically, I would say yes. But the image was just so... The image I took of it was so crap that I can barely make out the reg. And I'm really sorry. And because of how the stream works, I can't like share a picture of it. So I apologise for that. Can I also say, Fairsaver's X31s is a coin flip between Gemini 2, Gemini 3, or E200, or if you're unlucky, a solo and not SR. I remember tiny solos in Orpington. Oh, I mean, Orpington had had a fair amount of tiny buses. Didn't they have Marshalls when first were operating there? And they had those weird, was it in... It was the, I forgot the name. They had other buses, like, other small... Oh, those MAN Enviro 200s as well. I remember riding a couple of those at the time. Those felt weird. Right, I'm going to add one more station that is new, called Eddingshall-ish. Since I think, again, it makes sense. X31's also a busy route, so good luck. Way, how fun. Oh, hang on. That helps, actually. Wait a minute, what did I do? I did it wrong. I deleted the bit of track I needed to keep. There we go. Alright, let me just do this. Pretty sure the marshals were for longer routes. Letter 273. I could believe that. Also, hello King All-Star 64. Welcome back to the stream. Well, welcome to the stream, I should say, not welcome back. It implies you left. How are you doing today? Well, since we're approaching Wolverhampton, I'm going to start brainstorming ideas for what we could do for this station to make it less crap. Or at least think of a station that could be useful for inspiration. I've noticed a lot of operators are getting Evoras now. I'm not complaining, but I remember when I was passing through Heathrow the other day, and obviously seeing them running around feels odd. I miss the Scanias. I really do. And the Scania bendy ones as well. Very childhood. Mini crew. Every operator except London. Also, all the R routes are being electrified. Oh, in Orpington? Really? That's gonna be odd. That's gonna feel weird to see. That's for sure. Oh, interesting. I mean, let me double. I need to relearn my roots in that area. R5 bus, because there are some. I'm kind of surprised they would consider electrifying the R5 and the R10. But I guess it works. And yes, Jack, I'm missing the what's it called? The Omni Cities too. The T73 Bristol and Chepstow, sometimes long distance spec. Nowadays it's Yutong Z12s. Ah yes. The Japanese. No, it's Chinese. I have to bail for my joke because I think. Ugh. Well, if they're going to be introducing electric buses on those routes, it's most likely going to be electric Enviro 200s. Though I am more than willing to be proven wrong. In fact, I'd love to be proven wrong. Anyone remember the 049? No, I never actually saw them until they... Well, never even seen one in my life. I mean, I know what they... Obviously seen pictures of them, but I've never, seen one go by or been in the same city as one at the same time. Nope, never seen one. Bristol's getting electric buses. Well, logical. Well, I guess, is it Enviro 200s? Or street decks? Because first have an unhealthy obsession with that bus for some reason. Mini crew could work, but all the trains that will go near Wolverhampton will stop there, so it could be a bit over the size. Metro cities could possibly be as well. Yeah, maybe. Because the thing is that the R5 and the R10, and the R8, especially the R8, I've been on all three of those bus routes. They go down some very narrow roads. And, yeah. It's gonna be pain. Condolences for any drivers having to do that route. Mini crew without the through lines, maybe. New buses, more buses for everywhere else. Whilst my operator, local First Worcester, get everyone else's old stuff. Fair enough then. Of course, you know that there's always one that has to be the proverbial recycling bin. Also, hello is Sanity. Welcome to the stream. So you're new to the streaming. That's fine. I'll give you a rundown. Basically, I'm playing a game called Nimby Rails, which is where you build a train network and run it and buy your trains through it and basically try and make a profit, or at least just try and run a train service. Basically, I'm building a sort of S-Bahn network inspired by Germany for the Midlands. And so far, we've built towards... we've done the cross-city line, and I'm currently building towards Wolverhampton. You can interact with me in the chat, and give me some ideas and suggestions, and just have some chats. And that's how a stream works. So, yeah. Yeah, I did hear about the Enviro 100, and honestly, I'm kind of surprised it's taken them this long to come up with it. At least a name. Just name alone, because surely I would expect it to exist as soon as the Enviro 200 came along, because surely there would have been demand for a smaller bus than an 8.9 meter one. I'm probably going to sit back and watch because you're not too familiar with Birmingham. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to force yourself to interact or give ideas and stuff. As long as I can entertain you, I'm happy. I've seen the new ones on the R70, but I haven't got the chance to ride them yet. Yeah, they're actually quite nice to ride on. The seats are actually pretty good, much to my shock. So I'll recommend it when you have a chance. So I'd have from the south 2 terminating S-Bahn platforms for the S-Bahn, 3 S-Bahn through, 3 fast through, and 2 S-Bahn Walsall. Oh, that's yeah, that could work. So 2, 5, 8, no, 8, 10. Oh, those Metro Cities, I can't remember what I thought of the Metro Cities on the 339. My issue with the 331 isn't really the bus they use, it's the 339 itself. Yeah, but no, that could be a good idea for crew. I'm thinking, because... I think the only thing I would say is I feel like there should be 4 through platforms on the fasts. I don't know. Well, I definitely like the idea of. I definitely like that idea though. I'll think. Let's at least map out the S-Bahn platforms first, because that's the easiest. I'm so used to the rock hard seats on the 65. Oh, you poor thing. Oh, rip. Yeah, but if you ever get a chance, do give them a ride, because they're actually quite nice. If you can just, suffer riding the R70. Right, so let's think. What could we work? So, I think one idea... So, for the S-Bahn we could do is... How can you do 2 fast... 2 terminating and 3 through... with the S-Bahns? 6. So, 1, 2... I can work it. Okay, I think I've got an idea. I've got something. I've got something here. Yeah, okay. One, two... So if I delete this, then we have 5 platforms. Put that on a viaduct. Don't worry, I should be able to. I take countless bus detours when... Oh, you poor thing. Wait, how do you tell if it's underground or not in Nimby? So, with Nimby Rails, well, at least these tracks here, if the track looks like this, and is sort of, there isn't really anything around it, then it's on the ground. If there's a darkness, then it's underground. And then if there is a sort of grey around it, like here, then it's on a viaduct. That's how you tell the difference between them, insanity. When I was in Staines months ago, I had the pleasure of seeing both Paxton Pointer and President at station on rail reps. Oh yeah, I'm guessing, I think they were Bear buses. They have a couple of those. You're welcome. But yeah, I think here's my idea. So, I'm going to have like this one be a through platform. No, so this could be the through. This two here could be the reversing ones, like terminating trains, and then this one will be heading towards Birmingham. I like that idea. Bear. Oh dear, not the biggest fan of Bear buses, I'm guessing. I think speed limit will be 80 kph, sort of like Essen. I think that could work. Right. Oh, and the 380 for Trains and World. Oh, cool. Nice. They're still making content for Trains and World. Well, I mean, I guess they have to, otherwise they... Yeah, I like giving it like a steady curve like this. Kind of reminds you of one of those films. Oh, not I forgot the name. Castle Wilhelm something. Kind of reminds me of that. Or not Castle. I don't know. It's a station it reminds me of. I like this. BR Films was right. It does sound like a. It does sound like it's from a porno a little bit, but I like this song. Right, let's move those those platforms a little bit closer. Because even though these are going to be bay like reverse terminating, I want to have them through platforms because I'm going to have a depot at Wolverhampton. Well, obviously where this depot is, I'm going to have it there. And one problem with the game is it's just going to cause problems if I don't. So I'm going to have them as through platforms, but I'm going to make it so that trains terminate there. I think that's a really good way of doing it. Also, have you ever tried Transport Fever 2? Yes, I own it. But I haven't played it for the same reason that I haven't... Well, I have played it, but I haven't played more of it recently, I should say. For the same reason that I haven't been playing City Skylines. It just... Give me the RAM. Basically. I'm more annoyed that the 700 for Trains to World doesn't layer onto London to Brighton. I have no idea why they didn't do that as well as... Well, You know, let's just say, you know, this issue conveniently never happened with MSTS trains, to my knowledge, or even Rail Simulator and the Railwork series, conveniently. Let's remove this. And let's join up these platforms, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, people are having issues with optimization in a Dovetail game? Oh goodness gracious me, I never thought that would ever happen. I'm so sorry to hear that. Actually, I'm also going to make the through lines, the terminating and the relief platform at 60 kph just because of the switches. And it would also prevent rogue trains being routed through there. Oh, darn it. Forgot to do this bit as well. 60. We'll just say, Just Strings is coming here, one of the very few decent animals that Trains and World. Whilst I haven't used, obviously, anything for Trains and World since I did the little showcase video back ages ago, I really... I'm still, what was I gonna say? I completely forgot what I was even gonna properly say. I think the thing here is that, you know, as cool as it is, the route, it is kind of surprising that, oh, I don't know what I was gonna say. I don't know. Oh, I'm just gonna bail from that before I can even bring up, because I have no idea what I was gonna say now. Still find it hard to believe Just Trains break their stuff today, but are also responsible for the Western Main Lines. I'm guessing it was just like a novice team starting out. So I can't be too harsh in that aspect. At least, you know, compared to what we have now. But Just Trains do seem to be improving, and that I can respect. But, you know, it happened too late. At least too late as far as I'm concerned. I still love the Leamington Spa joke. That was easily my favourite one. Even when I went to Leamington Spa to reference it, that was still really cool. I love that joke, even to this day. It's not deformed. Just goes to show that sometimes the simplest jokes can usually end up becoming the best. You don't need to put like 900 hours in MS Paint to make your jokes. Sometimes just something as simple as an observational humour can be really good. Okay, so that's my idea for the S-Bahn platforms. I think it works pretty well because the trains can terminate into these two platforms here without conflicting movements, though I say that if I had a switch there and then put this arrow here, yeah, we can have minimal conflicting movements. Because if we just do a quick test here, just put the markers. Yeah, it can't use this platform, but that's okay. It can use. They can technically use any of these platforms here. Maybe we put marker here. That means when the train is departing, it won't try and do. It won't end up doing like going on this bottom track here. If we put a marker there, and we could put one there to be redundant, well, just to be safe, and then voila. And a train can arrive into this platform 2 in this example without, and whilst a train to platform 3 is departing. Yay! I'm happy with that. I challenge you to run MS Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. No way. No, that's just impossible. That's looking good. I'm happy. I don't have 60 quid to fork out easily. Neither do I. I have to be really careful with money. She's never going to be able to. Why would she do something like that? Why? Why would you try and run Flight Sim on a laptop? Oh no! 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 Darn it! We'll try that again. All right, good. We saved it. Saved the platform. Also, speaking of that, let's save. Don't worry, we saved it. It's good. It's good. We're fine. We're fine. Crisis averted. I just realised we've been streaming for an hour and 40 minutes, and I have yet to do any stretching. And I want to make sure I have some blood going to my leg, so BRB. Lunge those legs, lads. Okay. Oh. There we go. Right. There we are. How long until we actually build this thing? Well, again, as I said earlier, once I build either to Walsall or to Coventry, I'm deciding between the two. I think maybe Walsall would probably be best. We'll probably build this because I want to have a line. I want to be able to add multiple lines at once to be more beneficial for the. So it's easier to build the timetable. Because, yeah, we need to do timetables. That's a thing you can do in Nimby Rails. And whilst you can do Control Z in Nimby, I should say, it's very indecisive. Like, for example, here. Oh, no. Okay. I'm spamming Control Z now. Nothing. I guess that's the only thing close to a bug I've discovered in my game. And when you, at least now. But honestly, the great thing about Nimby is that even as an early access game like this is, it's been really stable. Although, you know, that's obviously not much to do with stability, but in the 3,000 hours I put into this game, hang on, yeah, 3,330, oh my goodness. I put so much hours into this game, bloody hell. Funny I put that option right. Yeah, if I put so much, I put so much hours into this game, but I've only had the game crash twice. That's impressive as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I know, that's it's a really fun game to play. That's what happens. If a game is fun to play, I will play it. If it's not fun, I don't play it. Simples. I've got more hours in Nimby Rails than I do with TF2. To be embarrassed, slightly embarrassed by that, but Mine has crashed 15 times since I bought it. Oh, that's a shame, honestly, because the game has been like smooth as a stable as a rock for me. I must be gay. I must be lucky in that aspect. Ugh. Nimby is fun. Never be. I'm not ashamed at all. It's just I'm surprised because I've owned TF2 since 20. Well, I've probably played it since 2000 and late 2012, maybe 13. But yeah, when I've only had Nimby Rails for like a couple of years. Is the North Line going to go to Derby? Well, the high-speed section of it will go to Derby, yes, but the S-Bahn will kind of just say, you know, screw you, Burton-on-Trent. At least for now. But, yeah, I'm just looking at these platforms here quickly. I might need to add some extra switches, but, you know... honestly, I'm not as happy with this side of Wolverhampton as I am with the other. I'm gonna try this again. I don't like it. Oh darn it! Oh, now I can. Now it works. Let's try something else. It mainly crashes in the most busy areas. Okay, I can understand that then. There's a lot to render and behave and sort of organise there. So, in that aspect, fair enough, but it sounds still a bit of a pain. Ah. Hello and welcome to the stream. Alright, so... maybe, let me make this a bit wider, that probably will help. I think I made it a bit too tight. Okay, how did I do it this way? So, sort of ladder up, goes into 2 tracks and then goes in... Alright, that makes sense. I'll try that. Try spinning. And then we will have done the S-Bahn platforms on this side, and then we have to do the fast line platforms. Hang on. Oh, Spark's free soundtrack is so good. Alright, so let me just double check again. Alright, that works. That works for me. Okay then, S-Bahn is sorted at this station. Woo! Okay, so now we'll do the fast platforms, which you suggested will be like free, and I think free platforms works well. Not like that though. Free offset side. There we go. Let's do the fast line platforms, which need to be 400 meters long, and will be very simple. I think this one will be much easier to sort out. I believe we'll try and have it so that all of the we could just do the same way where the the bottom one is like the middle platform is reversible. I guess that makes the most amount of sense. So main line again. There we go. I just started laying track between Albany and Boston. Oh, good. Well done. Okay. So this one's going to be a lot harder to sort out. Because obviously we need the platforms to be long enough for 400 meters. Because the trains that I want to run on intercity services will be up to 400 meters long. So let's make the inner platform 60 kph, as I said earlier. Just to deter trains from using it if they don't need to use it. When I'm like, whatever. It's hard. It makes more sense when I finish more. Yeah, it's going to be a pain because you need to make the platforms really long, and it's a bit of annoying. It'd be funny to make this as a bottleneck like the real thing. Well, I mean, I will at least have a normal. I want to try and I don't want to give a bottleneck. I really don't. I mean, Wolverhampton in real life is pain.avi. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to be too cruel. Oh, why does the train I want to use have to be up to 400 meters long? Oh. Why can't it just be 280? Is there no way to make it quadruple track in this game? Oh yes, of course. It's easy. Just all you have to do if you want to have quadruple track, just lay a track like here, and then go to tape tools, split and tape. Press the bottom one here, parallel track tape. 1, 2. There you go, quad track. Or you can do this. You can have it like as many as you want, really. See? You can do that if you really want. Right. Might have to do that trick where you add more track as well. That's probably what I have to do. Let me try that actually. Hang on. I feel like we should ignore redundancy, keep the high speed away from the S-bar. Nah, Wolver. I mean. With this, we still need to think like a German. Wolverhampton would be a major station, even if Wolverhampton was in Germany. I mean, to be honest, Wolverhampton to me sort of reminds me of Mönchengladbach. Or, it's sort of like it's a station that it would have mainline services, but it also has lots of regional services. Are we doing? Oh, we're doing. Well, that's the way I like to think of it. At least we're inspired by Germany, not 100% one-to-one Germany. We were using German tracks, but the trains are still going to be running on the left, like in the UK, and we've got UK coloured platforms. So it's like there's inspiration. Delays everywhere. Remember the fast stuff to get to Shrewsbury. Yeah, don't worry, we'll sort that. I won't forget this time. Oh, okay. Alright, we sorted those platforms, great. I just need to remember to add the... Okay, great. Problem solved. Actually, I'm going to make it so that all those platforms there can be used in either direction. Stop that. That's going to be... Otherwise, I'm just asking for pain. Alright, so... Iron... Where am I looking for? Huh? Why did my music stop? No, it didn't stop. No, no, my headphones. Stupid headphones. Behave. Oh my goodness! Oh, I've seen Frankfurt's layout, and it gave me instant glaucoma. My goodness! If you haven't seen what Frankfurt's layout looks like, let me show you right now. Like Frankfurt am Main, Hauptbahnhof. Look at that! Look how absolutely awful that looks! Oh my goodness! Yo, dog! I heard you like switches, so we put switches on your switches. Like, my goodness, I do not want to do a station like this, ever. I would never want to build a station like this. I have all the trains that run in the Frankfurt area, but I would never want to build a station like that. Ever. Someone, I think, has built all of Germany, but no, not me. I'm good. Just remember, if you complain about Waterloo, like, there's lots of switches to Waterloo. Yes, but it could also be Frankfurt. Right. Yeah, it's nowhere near as bad as, like, Grand Central or anything like that. Okay. Let's join up the fast tracks. I was confused enough by the track junctions at East Croydon and Sellers. Yeah! And then we have a station that's arguably worse in terms of track layout. I mean, I personally wouldn't mind going to Frankfurt just in general, but that layout is just... There's no way I'm going to comprehend it easily. Alright, let's see. Let's do these sort of... I'm going to have some ladder switches. I think that's the best way I can sort this out. So for some flexibility at this station. Okay, that works. Ooh. I might actually add some more tunes onto my box, because since I stream for 2 hours, I always end up reaching the end of my jukebox. Not that I have a problem with it, but I might actually add some more songs later. I might stream again on Friday. It depends on how busy I am. Okay, so that way. Yeah, okay, that works. I'll give Fenchurch Street Streets. At least it being tiny makes it easy to single junction wise. Fenchurch Street is my least favourite London terminus. Okay, what's your least favourite then? Might as well. Euston by miles. Yeah, that's actually that's a good choice, honestly. You won't get any beatings from me on that, I agree, yeah. Euston's not the best. Especially since they got rid of one of the platforms, I remember they did that. That was weird. Was it it was because of High Speed 2 construction work? Wasn't it? Either way, not a good station. Houston needs demolishing and rebuilding, but I don't see it being fixed anytime soon. Well, I actually think that Houston does some things good, honestly. The one thing I really think I like about Houston is that it's got a good approach speed. It's 25 miles an hour, which is pretty good. It's better than Waterloo. It's better than Waterloo, obviously, because it's 15. So that's the one good thing about it. The second thing I also really like is the sort of the underpass they have that I think is used by trains on like the eastern side. I liked how they do that. It means that other trains don't have to cross and block the line. That's a really good way of doing it. I like that idea. But wait a second, hang on. They removed the old info boards? No, come on. That's gay. And you can't even get your train until 5 to 10 minutes before departure. That's so stupid. Why would they do that? Oh, Gordon Bennett. It's like they want people to hate travelling on the trains. Which would make for a good conspiracy theory, but at least... Oh. Alright, let's do the, what's it called? The S train platform's going towards Walsall. Which shall be 2 platforms, again, I think. Maybe it should be 3. Should be 2 or 3. How many platforms have we got so far? We've got 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we'll go with 2. Now I'm going to go with 3. We'll go full 11, just to be safe, in case we want trains to be able to reverse or terminate. You never know. Anyway, what's the best London terminus? Why did they do that to, why are they making it such a pain to travel on the train? And why, what's the point of, don't board the platforms until 5 to 10 minutes before departure? Crap. Why are they doing it like that? It's so stupid. I like boarding the train 20 minutes before it leaves. That means I get a seat. I like doing that. And it also means I can, spot on the platforms if I wanted to. No. Platforms 1, 8 and 9 are ungated. 8 and 9 are ungated? Really? I knew platform 1 didn't have barriers, but I didn't know platforms 8 and 9 did. And yeah, I use, obviously real-time trains as well, because, how could I not? But the point still stands, why are they making it such a pain to travel on a train? How late have you seen British train? Well, the latest train I've personally seen was at least 2 hours, but that's nothing. Come on, people. I'm fairly certain my viewers here will be able to enlighten me on any other trains. Oh crap, I forgot to make the platform. On any other of their trains that have been worse. But, oh yeah, I'm never back. What's the best London terminus for? For me, well, King's Cross is a little bit better now with the refined layout. St Pancras has not enough platforms for EMR. And, what else is there? London, I'd say, as strange as this may sound, I think London Bridge is the best. Because I used to use the old London Bridge. And the old London Bridge was not good. It's not good. Oh, let's see. Latest I've been was when a trespass between Clapham and Stratford had to switch the line off. Supposed to be at 6, right there at 10 p.m. Oh, poor. Oh, 4 hours. Tragic. Northern once took me 2.5 hours to get 23 miles. The shortest Northern rail journey there, ladies and gentlemen. To almost 3 hours late. I think it's concerning how I always react to this by laughing. Because of just, it doesn't shock me anymore. Like, if someone comes up to me and says, "Hey Daniel, did you know that a cross-country train was late today?" I go, "Why are you telling me that? They're late every day." Flooding. I mean, I can cut slack with that being a reason for delay, honestly, because if you remember, the Voyagers used to get owned by the Dulles seawall because where the salt water would basically cause the train to basically do a Windows Vista shutdown. And it's kind of funny. I think they fixed that issue now, but that's what used to happen in the past. Oh, we still do! And the IETs. Bum, bum. Oh, and here's me thinking they fixed the problem. But, oh, that's what I get for thinking they fixed the problem. Oh dear. You know, funnily, speaking of Basil Brush, I've actually downloaded all the episodes. I think I've got every single episode archived on my computer because I really like the Basil Brush show. Oh, it's a shame the BBC, they never released all the episodes on DVD, but yeah, I've got all of them on my computer. Same with Red Dwarf. I love Red Dwarf. Let me tell you the story of a 9-car speed 802 being stuck near Timber for really the whole day. Oh, just I was stuck on a 350 for 2 to 3 hours because the brakes had jammed. Oh, I shouldn't be laughing at these. I'm sorry. This is just me being very mean. I'm so sorry to everybody. Oh boy. Well, but regardless, at least, here's what Wolverhampton's looking like. The platforms need to be renumbered, obviously, but other than that, I'm really happy with this layout. I like it. How long have we been streaming now? 2 hours, 9 minutes. I still feel quite awake to stream for maybe another 20 to 30 minutes, so... It broke down and there were 3 bots attempts to rescue it. That is actually pretty funny when another like, Thunderbird 1, oh it's dead. Thunderbird 2, oh dead. Third time lucky, Thunderbird 3, go! Surely Thunderbird 3 must have solved it, come on. You can't rely on Thunderbird 4 to solve everything. I'm gonna have these ones, the Warzone platforms will be at 60 kph actually, I've decided. Towed by a 5-car 800. Oh, how did it tow it? I'm surprised it towed it. Gordon Bennett. I'm surprised it didn't I'm surprised it just didn't just give up. How did they tow with a 5-car 800? An 802, fair enough, but how? Then they get like people at the back going like in SpongeBob, the worm episode, push. Push! How did it move? Okay, reach. The joke is, the trains were produced. 800s and 802s can work together, but it's rarely done. Yeah, I think I heard about they only just started recently doing that. In service. Still pretty funny. Regardless. Right, 60 again. Okay, let's join this bit up. Back to Castle City. Nice. I can imagine the IETs getting the front smashed inwards by any American shunting yard movement. Well, what makes your shunting movements different to what we have here? Like, what do you do? Do you like kick the trains or something? Or do you just get like, I don't know, what do you do to cause the train to get crumpled up like that? If memory serves me, the 802s were ordered because the 800s could not get up hills early. I thought the 802s were originally part of their order anyway, regardless. Like, even if the IETs, even if I could have sworn, like, even if the 800s could get up hills, which obviously they can't. Yeah, I don't know. Remember the Never Hill Depot collision that happened solely because Hitachi were more bothered with the driver bay being than the train actually... I didn't know what caused it. I didn't read up what caused it. Because I didn't read the reports. Is that what happened? I always thought it was just like complete driver error. Very unlike me to not read up what caused the problem, because I like reading every once in a while. I like reading like marine investigation reports, not in the same way like those true crime YouTubers or anything like. No, I don't do anything like that. It's more in a sense of like, if I've seen a problem, I want to know what caused it. Like there was an obscure issue that happened with the Sandbanks ferry, where there was a ship called the Barfleur coming from a pool, and it basically quick scoped the chains of the ferry because they didn't lower them properly when the ship was coming. So they wanted to find out what was going on, and then after they obviously did the report and stuff, the same thing ended up happening again several years later, which is bloody hilarious. I think it was the same ship as well. I'm willing to bet it was. I'm gonna double check. Was it? Yeah, the MV Barfleur or MS Barfleur. Let's see. What happened? Accidents. Oh, or maybe it was a different boat. A different boat that happened again. Like I definitely got the one in 2014. Alright, so force movements are so heavy, it's one of the reasons why weight requirements are so high. Okay, fair enough, that explains it. Essentially, yes, Hitachi were getting arsy about how the drivers were getting back to the depot, and the driver was focused on that rather than driving. Oh, so it's like when you want to just go home, it's the last thing of the day and you just want to go home and you don't really pay attention as much because you're just focused on going home. They actually brought that up in a training video, in a BR Rail training video. where that driver who was driving the 66 passes that signal at danger, and the what's it called? And he's like packing his bags as the train is still driving. Like, oh, I'm not missing that episode of Top Gear. No way. Fair enough, you know, I can understand that, but yeah. I don't know which I'd rather. 5-car IET for 2 hours or 3-car 166 from Portsmouth to Cardiff and replace the 158 month. That's a toughie to choose as well, Jack. I wouldn't know what to choose either. Actually, no, I do know what I'd choose. A small, basically, what I would do is pick the coach. Problem solved. So they didn't want them on diesel power, and they had the train, oh, it's blocked off by this. Why is it blocked off there? I can't see that. And they had the train shout at the driver if they did. Oh, that's silly. Driver, you're on diesel power. Don't. Oh, okay. I won't use the diesel engine. I wouldn't be surprised in the future if there was some DRM or cracking, like a key gen to get past that. Like imagine, you know, just plug a USB in and then use the TMS display and it has like an 8-bit key gen to like override and hack the trains and stuff. That would be great. Come on, get to that future, people. We know you can happen sooner or later. All right. You wouldn't steal a train. Swapping from electric to diesel power takes hours. Well, you know, as much as I would mock, you know, I naturally mock the American railway network. One thing I kind of like is how, I can't remember what station it is, you probably know the name of it, but there's a station in America where diesel trains have to go to third rail power to go through, because they're not allowed to use diesel on the underground section. And I always found that kind of cool. Oh, Pacer! Yes, Pacer, yes, of course. How could we not remember that? That was good. Yeah, Union Station, yeah, that's the one. Penn and Grand Central, yeah. It's really cool. I just find that a really kind of cool concept. Whether it was, you know, it's good or not is debatable, but I just find that really cool. I would love to implement something like that if I was ever building something like that on Train Simulator, but you know, the difference within Nimby Rails and Train Sim is that Nimby Rails doesn't take 5 hours to load. Don't behave. Alright. Oh, the underground trolley bus in Boston. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I always found that kind of cool when I saw pictures of that. Yeah. And the Filton Bank. Oh, hang on. Let me just read what Blue Jay said here. Once had an instant when an 800 was having engine troubles and it broke down on the Filton Bank, but was able to limp on a single. Oh goodness, that sounds horrible. God, there was and the Filton Bank between Stapleton and Filton is deceptively steep. How steep is it? It's like 1 in 100. I wasn't too sure. But I believe you, at least. Again, going back to America again, I do remember seeing videos of the Green Line in Boston. And I always found it interesting seeing some of their stations. Like, there was a station that was underground that had a really sharp curve, and I always remembered that, saying to myself, like, wow, that looks really cool. but it's still not enough for me to go to America. Even to see that. Alright, okay, let me just add the extension bits of this, and then we will finish with... We've all basically done with Wolverhampton. As far as I'm concerned. New York City, we have South Ferry and City Hall, which are abandoned stations on sharp curves. I do find abandoned stations pretty cool. Like, Charleroi Metro is pretty abandoned. And, you know, I would love to be able to take photos of those in the future. The Filton Bank is 170, is 1 in 75. Oh, that's... Oh, goodness. Surprised how many most trains get up that simply without... Well, actually I'm not, but the IETs definitely. Also, evening team, welcome to the stream, though I might be only streaming for the next 10-20 minutes tops. Just want to make sure I get enough sleep tonight. But if you want to know what we've done so far, we've built from Birmingham to Wolverhampton, and I'm probably going to build towards Walsall next. That way we have a Wolverhampton to Walsall route. Though, now that I think about it, I might actually, with the Walsall service, I might not terminate it at Walsall itself. Terminate there instead. I mean, it still serves Walsall at the end of the day. I'm just trying to think more, I'm trying to just, like, you know, think like an... Yeah. By the way, would you keep Stockport, Stalybridge, Heavy Rail, or Metrolink it? That section, the line that has that one train a day, honestly, I would give it to the Metrolink if it means they actually use it and have a proper service on it. But I think, you know, that might be a bit like brash thinking, because it could also be used... Surely it's used by freight as well, right? Alright, let me just... I'm going to recolor the platforms later, because it'll be a waste of time here. So let's start building towards Walsall. Yeah, that makes total sense when you put it like that. Alright, then I believe you. Alright, so... Yeah, it's used by Liverpool. Yeah, exactly. So it might be a bit brash to, you know, just delete the track and then you go, wait, how are we supposed to power Drax energy station and then you just see all the lights everywhere in the north of England, all the lights simultaneously just turn off because of the stupid brash thinking. Excuse me. Lose the first yawn. Okay, let's build our next stations. It can be replaced with trucks. That's just about 50 trucks a day. That's still a lot of trucks on the road. And a lot of truck drivers, I should point out. Oh, South Ferry got replaced with new platform in 2000, but they got destroyed by Hurricane Sandy. Oh yeah! Oh, there was that temporary station at Workington. I remember that. Just barely remember that. But I think they also used local trains there as well because yeah, that area was basically completely screwed when the floods happened. Also, an instance of where or an 800 had to have Coach C locked entirely. Oh, what's that? You're sick of 5-car London to Swansea services? Or how about a 4-car London to Swansea service? Yeah, that just sounds horrid. Before we end, well, not like I'm ending right now, but before, we finish tonight, at least, I've been trying to think, like, how I could probably develop a schedule for the future. For streaming, I want to, like, try and think of some ideas for how I can do a streaming schedule. But, because, these streams have been really fun, and it's nice to be able to do streaming again. But, I think... I mean, I was speaking to someone a while ago, considering about streaming on Twitch, but the thing is, I was looking up, like, how to make money streaming on Twitch, and I'd hate to make money off Twitch. It just sounds so bad. Like, having to come up with incentives... oh, darn it. Having to come up with incentives, and, what else am I thinking of? What else was there? It's just so much, and I'm not too sure about it, really. Twitch is not the right place to stream now. Okay, well, why now, specifically? What's going on? Like, what's stopping... Like, let's say if I was to do the next stream on Twitch, for example, why would it be bad to stream right now? Also, lol at the 455s on Reading services. I mean, they are converting them to Dash 4s, but I thought the whole concept has been cancelled because they've changed their mind on what they wanted to do. That's what I've heard. They're no longer proceeding with it. So now they have a bunch of trains that need to be cancelled, and now they don't know what to do with them because they're just, what do now? Don't know. Oh, it's one of those situations. Well, it's cheaper to convert them all than cancel it. Well, I'm guessing that if they were to cancel it, Angel Trains would probably just end up taking them to court then. And yeah, I agree, Jack. Their business plans just make absolutely no sense. At all. Step 1, buy new train. Step 2, throw it away. Buy new train, throw it away. Refurbish train, throw it away. Scratch your head as to why trains, not enough trains. And where's my music? Oh, no, that's why there's a bit of a gap. Okay. I hope they cancel. Just look at me dragged through the courts by Angel. I want them to receive the punishments of the consequences of their actions. But this is First Group we're talking about. They could run a train into a ditch and they wouldn't be punished for it. I mean, look, example, Avanti. Yeah, Exhibit A, Avanti. Exhibit B, the 701, as Blue Jay mentioned. At least they're not using trains from the 70s and 80s. Oh wait, I forgot about the 455. Yeah. Well, I could cut them slack with the 455 if... Actually, I can't. No, the 455 sucks ass. No, I won't even do that. Worst capital disconnect. Yeah, they've completely ruined those services. It's a shame. They rip Hounslow Loop. Rip, yeah, just rip so much. The only reason they lost TP was to appease the northern mayors. Well, it's at least the mayors in the north are doing something. Yeah, at least they're doing something with it. And I miss Stagecoach and Southwest Trains too, because Southwest Trains weren't this bad. They might have had their low moments, sure, but was it anywhere near to the level of this? Yeah. Also, why are they replacing all the announcements? No idea, but I've only just heard it. But wait, they're doing it on the zeros now? Oh no. Oh no! Really? Celia Drummond passed away? I didn't hear about that. I never knew about that. Oh no, that's terrible. I genuinely didn't know. 11th of January 2021. No, this is the first time I've heard of this. Oh, that's real sad. Aww. I always liked her voice. Reminder, Virgin Stagecoach lost the West Coast because the government wanted to palm off the pensions to the operators. Well, I mean, I can understand that as well. I just missed the Phil Sayer announcements too. I can understand they're replacing them for that reason, but I still wish the announcements were a lot better. But obviously, that's expecting way too much. The raw announcement files were actually released a mile ago. Oh, really? Oh, nice. That's great. We could make our own announcements with blackjack and hookers. We can have the eponymous two-car London to Weymouth service calling at all stations. Celia is still on East Midlands Rail. I think she is, yeah. I can't remember last time I was on East Midlands Railways to hear an announcement from her though. But I'll take your word for it, honestly. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, we're actually getting close to Walsall, actually, now I notice. But the short platform announcements are botched. That's okay. Some are better than none. If it doesn't link you if it doesn't allow you to link you the website, don't worry. Just at least give like a. I'll eventually find it, so don't feel bad if you can't name it. If it let's say there's a chat filter. I don't know if there is or not. I'm gonna add one more station here, maybe. Let's see what the Cadgins area is like. It's a bit on the small side, honestly. It's not even near. I would call it Great Bar if it was near Great Bar, but it's not really. Nah, we'll just have Cambridge Parkway as the next one. This would be served by obviously more trains, but the platforms don't need to be stupidly long this time. Just 240 or 50, I think, will do work well. Well, well, Parkway stations don't really work as well in Nimby Rails as they do in reality, because the thing here is that when passengers in Nimby Rails, you will only have a captured area of the passengers in this bubble. Okay, so let me get this properly. Let me name this properly. So the passengers in this bubble will travel to or travel from this station. It doesn't care about anybody outside of this. So if you are, let's say, living here in the Perry Beaches, yeah, that's fine. But if you live here, you don't exist. You're like a ghost, which is obviously not what happens in reality. But this is the downside of Nimby Rails' sort of captured area system. Excuse me again. Definitely. Yeah, I think I'm gonna build Cambridge Parkway, and then I'm probably gonna head off for Snoozies. What's the right way of doing this? Where is it? 4-sided 9. No, 4-sided 9. I was right. I wish they had flag stops. I mean, you can actually. The best way you can recreate a request or flag stop is to just put the catchment area as small as possible. Because you can. It is possible if you put it in the right location to have a catchment area of 1. Let's test it right now. I know it's possible. 5, 2, 2, 1. Aha! See? When you have a catchment area of only one singular person, you will still get people serving the station, like going there, but just much less, obviously. Right, let me just build Cambridge Parkway and then lay bed. Oh. I'm probably going to go to bed and watch a speed run of Super Metroid Impossible. Right, 20. Looks like the Class 380 is being added to Trains of World 4. Yeah, someone mentioned that already, and I mentioned it, and then we immediately changed topics because we are that interested about it. I got to try Meridian in November. OK Trains was able to survive St Pancras and Sheffield, and I got declassified. Excuse me? They declassified first class? They've realised their mistake? All of a sudden? That you don't need 3 first class coaches to go to Sheffield? This is news to me, good sir. Matthew Light Trains. Hello there, Matthew. Welcome to the stream, although I am going to be ending very shortly, I'm afraid. Because I need some sleep. 221, 203 and 104 have their first class declassified. Okay, those are the whole trains ones. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. Also, 3 first class coaches. Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they have with the 7 car Meridians. It's stupid. You don't need that much on first class. People who get a good night's sleep aren't human. Well, I'm a heavy sleeper. I can sleep through a thunderstorm. Or even on a coach. It's easy. You just close your eyes and then You're sleeping. Still waiting for Dovetail to acknowledge the southwestern suburban. Oh, you poor individual. Keep waiting. Oh. Yeah. 7 coaches, but only 1 business. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. That proportion makes sense, but the proportion on the East Coast, not the Midland Main Line, for first class was terrible. Even back when they first started, it used to be, they used to have 3 first class coaches on the HSTs before somebody finally knocked in their heads and said, no. And they also used the 170s to London and Nottingham, I think? Like 2 or 3 car trains on that service, which was dumb. They'll probably have more Cleven Junction to Waterloo. Yeah. This is the future you chose, and the future that I have decided kindly not to participate in. Original Pendolino layout. Yeah, okay, you got me there. That was that as well. 4 coaches for first class and 5 for standard. That was dumb. Ooh. Okay, well, who prefers the refurbished? Yes, you are. Yes, you are the only person on this planet. Please see a clinic at your earliest convenience. The refurbished 390s are horrible. I quickly had a seat in I quickly had like a feel down on the seat at Birmingham New Street one day, and I just said to myself, hold on, this is worse. I said to myself, this is terrible. Like, so bad. Oh, hang on a second. There we go, problem solved. Okay, well, that's all we're going to build today. I think we did a good progress. Wolverhampton to Tainbridge Parkway. And the next goal will be to build towards or maybe Brown Hills. And then once we've done that, we'll be able to finally add those seats. No, not the seats. Add our trains in. This talk about seats making me want a seat in bed. Alright, let's save the game. Hopefully, we hope we don't have a power cut. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I mean, those benefits are at least nice, though, but yeah, we'll hopefully continue this later in the week. Maybe Thursday or Friday. It really depends on how I feel. How busy I am, because I've got to sort out some things in the weekend and want to finish my videos. So there you go. That's the stream for today. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little bit longer than last time. 2 hours 44 minutes. But let's get some sleep now. So yeah, thank you very much, everybody, and I will chat to you next time. So yeah, see you later. Bye bye. End stream.